Hi everyone. So in February, I decided to take part in something called the RPM Writing Challenge. In the month of February, you have to write, record, and produce 10 original songs or 35 minutes, whichever comes first. And I decided, since I've never done anything like that before, that it would be kind of a cool idea to document it. So once a week, I shot like a talking head like this, where I just kind of was walking through where I was, what I was doing, all that good stuff. So why would I try and do that? My first reason was because I've wanted to become a better songwriter, and I feel that the way that a lot of people improve at their craft is just to do it a bunch. And it's really hard to do something a lot if you don't set really specific goals and timelines for them. So this seemed like a great idea for kicking myself in the butt to write a ton of songs. So documenting myself as I'm recording an album and then talking about that as I'm doing that process, it's very nerdy and it's very self-aggrandizing at times, like I totally get that. But I think there is something to learn from watching me squirm as I'm going through this week by week. And I wanted to make something for people who are like me, who ever ask the question of, oh, I wonder how that person makes their stuff. I wonder what that person's process is. And I think there's information out there where people describe it after they've done it, but not a lot of people in the moment coming up with stuff and watching them ride the wave of confidence to the lows of self-deprecation. So for writing and recording and producing the album, I used a couple different kinds of equipment and software that I'll share with you now. This condenser microphone, this keyboard, this audio interface, this music notation software, and this recording software. Okay, so that was my process, that was my game plan going in, and now all that's left is for you to see what happened. So here's my documentary of the RPM Album Challenge. It's still snowing. That's good. Hasn't been doing that all week. Alright, so this is the first week of RPM. I made a little bit of an outline for what I think the album is going to be about. The plan for now is to have 8 songs that are stories, that are lyrically driven, and then 2 instrumental interludes, because we need 10 total, and I think I can write 8 songs in a month, because I think that's not crazy. And I'm pretty happy with what I've come up with so far. I've got a lot of lyrics to song 1, I've got sketches of an idea for song 2, and I've got a pretty complete melody idea for song 8. So that feels like 3 pretty decent sized chunks of, well, I guess I don't know how many chunks there will be in the whole thing. Next week I definitely need to get a lot more lyrics done. I've got to get, I guess, about half of the album like written. Oh wow, I need a lot more work. Fuck. There's a lot. And just now I realize how far behind I am. So I've got to do a lot next week. So the plan is going to be that 4 songs and 1 of the instrumental interludes will be completely done. Wow. It's going to be really fucking hard. But yeah, I guess that being said, I feel just like excited. I'm feeling like this is going to be a thing that I can complete in the allotted time, and I'm excited for that. That's week 1. Alright, it's week 2. I'm happy to say that I'm really happy with my progress this week. I've gotten the 4 songs that I wanted to get finished. They're all about like 90% there. It feels like the steak is medium rare right now, and I'd like them medium in the music sense. Like I like things a little bit more cooked than where I have the material right now, and I think it's going to happen when I record it. I could totally be setting myself up to have way more to do in the recording week, which is week 4. I think I'm totally doing that. I think I may be procrastinating a little bit. As I'm saying this, I realize I'm kind of procrastinating. But that seems like what's right. As of now, the plan is it's a story of somebody's life, and so each song is going to be about like a decade of time. I guess what I was so surprised to see was I didn't come up with things in order. I came up with the idea for like the song that's like the first part of this guy's life, and then the song that's going to be like the end, and it was like right next to each other. It would make more sense to go chronologically, and I'm doing something that was kind of just like, oh, I feel like I want to write something like that now. I feel like I want to write the first chapter. I feel like I want to write the second chapter. It was kind of just like chasing the good vibe. It's so hard to describe like empirically what is going on, but it's really like, it's like, oh, like you get that little like heart flutter when you're like, oh no, that would be a great story. I need to get that down now. And it makes me feel like I was genuinely inspired. I guess the other thing that was really interesting about this week is usually when I write, I tend to do like lyrics and playing and chords like all together. Like I kind of just start doing, if you saw me writing, you would see this. And this was so much more compartmentalized. I wrote lyrics like totally separate from sitting at an instrument. And now I'm like the guy that gets the lyrics and I'm trying to like put the music into the lyrics. And I think it's definitely making things more narrative. Like it's definitely songs that are a story. Oh man, this is so like amorphous. It's so weird to talk about this in abstract because like you don't know what the songs sound like, so it just sounds kind of crazy. So I'm excited to do it again this week because I've got to finish the next 4 songs. And I've got to do both interludes. I totally dropped the ball on the first instrumental interlude because I kind of thought I'll just come up with it later, but maybe I'm kind of screwing myself. But I'm excited. I feel really, I feel like I'm telling a story that's worth telling. I'm realizing now that I think the week where I record is going to be a very busy week. So hopefully next week I'm completely done with the songwriting. So hopefully when I sit back down at the same time next week, I'll be like, yeah, all the songs are done. I hope that's what I have to say.